and welcome back to the channel. FOOOOL. Thanks for tapping in. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe if you like videos like this.
He's not happy.
Se está moviendo. Looking right at me.
A dark, scaly humanoid perched on a Mexico City rooftop. Its long fingers grip the metal edges as its unnatural, bulbous eyes scan the crowd below. Suddenly, listen to that sound. This isn't a frog. This isn't a mask. Watch as it slams its fists against the roof, metal warping like tinfoil under its strength. The people scream, but it doesn't flee. It watches them, studying, calculating. Now ask yourself, why is it here? Why now? And most terrifying of all, why does it seem so angry? Comment below, would you run? Or would you stand frozen, waiting for it to look back at you? Want me to drop more leaked footage? The kind that keeps you up at night? Let me know.
One race called Basque. All right? Basque. That's your identity. There is no such thing as a Mexican. There is no such thing as a Honduran, Guatemalan, Nicaraguan, Costa Rican, Venezuelan, Ecuadorian, Chilean. There is no such thing. You all came here in 1788 as the Basque. All right? How did you get here? You got here with the United States. The United States is not in America. The United States is from France. Right where you're from. What a coincidence. Let's dig in deeper on the Hispanics. You asked for it. I got you. So, look at these faces. You see a Mexican on here? You see a Nicaraguan on here. You see a Venezuelan on here. You see every South American and Central American on here. What they forgot to tell you is that they are not from here. And they were brought here in 1788 to 1854 to serve as the body of the United States and its populace. All right? And they were granted Mexico. They were granted South America. We got you, boo-boo. More on the Basque. This is for all my Hispanics.
Neuralink filed multiple patents, and they have a patent on telepathy, telekinesis, and blind sight.
So the purpose being they're going to create a chip that is able to harness and allow people to have these abilities?
They're working on the technology to where if you have the Neuralink, you can communicate with someone via just thought. That's in your brain. That's like almost your consciousness, being able to communicate with another consciousness.
And they're manipulating it.
I can't imagine having like something else besides my thoughts in my brain that I can't control.
You know what is super weird about that though? All the Neuralink facilities are posting up next to ICE facilities, and they have a new quota where they're wanting to do thousands of new implants.
They need like volunteers.
But for science, you would need pretty general population.
Average people.
Yeah.
Science has always done really well with human and
Ethics.
animals
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
ethically
For
with
sure.
with volunteers and research.
Yeah.
They've never used anything
No.
towards animals or humans.
Yeah, to hurt them? Yeah,
No,
never.
No.
They would never do that.
No.
Never do that. Like, greed to them is nothing. Like, they don't care about money. They don't care about profits.
They put Neuralink in their brain to get rid of the greed.
Exactly.
Okay, so now you're telling me that there are reports from all over the world of a low-grade buzzing vibrational frequency sound that is being heard everywhere? I'm sorry, what? So most cases are coming out of Australia, England, and Scotland, but there are also cases showing up in America now, in Arizona and New Mexico. A buzzing sound that we can hear all over the world seems like something we should be talking about more, but scientists and researchers have absolutely no idea what it is, and they're saying that it could be mating fish, all right? They're also saying it could be radio frequencies, which, okay, or submarines. Call me whatever you want, but I don't remember the last time there was a submarine in Arizona or New Mexico. But what do I know? Also, it's only hitting a certain demographic of people, and they're calling them hum hearers. All right, the creativity on that is a little bit lacking, kind of like plasmoids. I feel like we can do better. But it's also hitting a certain group of people that hear it the most, and they're men over the age of 40. After I learned that information, I was like, okay, it could be their partners, wives, or husbands that are just annoying them. But still, if you're one of these people that can hear it, because apparently so many people can hear it, it causes migraines, it's very invasive, and it is not fun to deal with. So if you've heard anything about this or you know more, drop it in the comments, because I feel like we should be talking about this more.
See what I'm saying? See you, buddy. It's okay.
He told me not to touch it. Yeah, please.
I'm trying some bird saliva. Wish me luck. All right, here we go.
Some sort of variation of those forms.
I mean, this kind of goes against everything
I stand for. Serious.
And it's not like too sweet either. It's like a subtle sweet.
Okay.
It's like not.
It's not terrible.
It's not terrible. Okay.
It kind
it's
of
not
tastes
terrible.
like boba or something.
It's not bad.
Like the texture of it, like the.
Could be better, but not bad.
Bird saliva or human spit?
Oh my god. Well, about to hydrolock this motor. Holy shit.
All right, everybody, so check this one out. This happened on a mountain in Chile, right? And look at this. What's going on over here? Like, what is that? Who is that? Look at the way the whole face is lit up, right? And then watch this. It's like it went back into his craft and then, you know, took off. Watch, you see that in a minute. But look at that, right? Is that a being from another dimension and, you know, another world, another realm? And they're in an all-black suit with, I don't know, some kind of helmet that lights up, you know, the whole front side of the face or whatever. Because look at that. Like, there it goes, look. Then it's like it went back into a ship and, all right, time to leave, right? See that? So, yeah, what's happening over here? Somebody let me know.
You know, there's actually this, on a small island in the Pacific, they have this weird characteristic where they start out as females. Everybody does. We all start out as females in utero, and then maleness is imposed on the developing fetus. But they don't until puberty, because they're not sensitive to dihydrotestosterone, the precursor to testosterone. So they grow up their entire life as girls, and then at puberty they turn into a boy.
So they get raised as girls?
They are girls. They're physically
But they have
girls.
penises.
Not yet. Nope.
What?
The
This
clitoris-
is a planet? I
No,
mean, this is
an
what
island.
is this?
It's an island in the South Pacific. It's called pseudo-hermaphroditism. It's
What?
weird. I know. I learned about this in grad
So
school.
what
and I
do
was
they
like,
look
what the-
like
They look
before
like girls.
What?
Exactly like girls. They are girls. And then the ovaries descend as testicles, and the clitoris grows out into a penis.
What?
So you think puberty's hard enough already? These people turn into the opposite sex at age like 12 or 13. It's wild, man.
So is this a bizarre genetic anomaly? Is it something to do with
Yeah, so a lot of times
environment?
on islands you get like really strange characteristics of people because of the isolation, and those characteristics get selected just through genetic drift alone because it's a small population. So just probably one person had this really weird trait where they're insensitive to dihydrotestosterone, and then it spread throughout more of the population.
I'm not here to talk about Candace Owens or Tucker Carlson or any of these people, not in a negative light, but I do want to pose a perspective to y'all. You know how celebrities have replied to some of y'all TikToks. Some of y'all have gotten y'all accounts taken. You know that they watch, right? That's the point. Now, they know, what if the people that control them know that y'all believe in conspiracies, that y'all don't trust the government? Y'all know they're liars. Y'all know that every country's kind of running off of this Matrix program. What if they studied that? What if they know that, you know, the celebrity ideation and culture has died amongst Gen Z and some of these newer generations, right? So what if they're remodeling how to control y'all? And what if they're remodeling it with people like Aiden Ross, Candace Owens, Nick Fuentes, Joe Rogan? What if they're using podcasters, bro? I literally mean all of them. Everybody who has a voice of influence that you see in the algorithm. What if there's a chance that they actually are an agent? What if they actually, listen, bro, even the devil can remove your suffering and give you things that appear to be blessings. So when they shower y'all with the metaphorical gift of truth, of insight, divine righteousness, right? I'm fighting for Charlie Kirk. What if, yeah, that's true, but what if that's only rope that's been given to her by her elite bosses, her elite masters? I want y'all to really think about the people that push narratives and get put in a position to push narratives and nothing happens to them. Why is that? Versus people who push narratives that go against the machine and then they get Charlie Kirked. The question. You see what I'm saying? What if a lot of these TikTokers are agents, and I happen to believe they are? Like, not just the digital fed, but what if they actually are involved? You know what I mean? At a different level. What if? Conspiracy talk, tinfoil hat. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go get some tinfoil right now. But y'all let me know what y'all think.
Will somebody please tell me what in the world is going on? That's not a reflection. That's crazy. What is going on? Oh, yeah, there we go. Seriously. Oh, that's creepy. That is absolutely creepy. Oh, cool. It went away. That's normal. That's absolutely normal. What in the world? Oh, of course it's back. That makes perfectly good sense. What in the cornbread hell? Y'all. Oh yeah, that's super cool. I'm not okay with this.
Ay, ay, ay. The cameraman had one job. Just one job.
Is cloning making life? What is cloning exactly?
With cloning, you start with life. You start with life. You're never making life, so you never make that original cell. You take cells and you start duplicating them, or you take a cell and you can put in other genetic structure into that cell, and then that genome will start duplicating from there. So that you can start doing, and I think that's coming along. Certainly they do it with pets. I mean, you just saw that Tom Brady just had his dog cloned. I mean, he had a dog he really loved, and so he just got a dog cloned. I mean, there are these companies that will do it. It's going to be next people is what I think about.
What did you say is going to happen on January what?
20th.
What's going to happen?
A black hole appeared. The black hole appeared.
And do what? What's it going to do?
Sucked us.
What? Where are we going to go?
What?
Where are we going to go?
To the other universe.
Any asteroids?
This is going to probably 5,000.
Oh. There's going to be how many asteroids?
Do not die at 2025.
Why?
2013 space events. On January.
Oh.
On January, a black hole will affect the Earth. On January 20.
The thing is there's even stranger properties to this hole. One of them is actually kind of hard to wrap your head around. A neighbor saw a black beam shooting out of the hole skyward, and I think it might have even been at night, but it was so black and absorbed so much of the light around it that it stood out at night. A beam of blackness, not a beam of light, a beam of basically a void shooting out of the hole. And I mean, if you ask your average hole expert, they're going to tell you that is unusual behavior for any hole.
Trời ơi. Em kẹp đó, em kẹp đây, em kẹp. Đúng rồi.
Không cắn đâu.
Ôi show. Con này mà nó cắn một cái tao nói lên đường luôn. Ôi trời ơi. Ôi trời ơi.
Cái chai vô cái chai.
Coi chừng nó tạt một cái là. Ôi trời.
All right, so you see the face of what looks like a pilot, like he says, looking at the camera as he turns away and shows the craft. It blurs and then comes into focus. It is a glowing object, very bright, glowing light, tic-tac shaped object moving very quickly alongside him as he flies above the clouds and above a mountain. And then you see it shoot straight up into the sky. You also see its shadow being cast on the clouds, I believe is what that is. But you see it shoot straight up into the sky at incredible speeds as he looks up. So watch, it's just a pure white light. I don't know how else to describe it. He's watching it and then zoom, it shoots off into the sky at such a high speed that as he turns his camera up in just a second, he's not even able to track it moving upwards. So you see it and then shoots straight up. Very interesting, not gonna lie. This clip does seem to have a bit of credibility to it. Like, I'm not seeing anything that's a red flag, but I will say that this is a very, very odd sighting caught on camera. I don't quite know what to make of it. It's definitely one of the weirder and more intriguing UAP clips that I've seen in quite some time. So I want to hear from you in the comments down below. Do you think that this is a real clip? Do you think that this is an actual F-35 pilot that caught a glowing white tic-tac UFO on camera?
Okay, everybody. So what's going on over here? You see this? This is a volcano in Mexico. What is that going in? You got the small orb to the right, but then you got the big orb going straight into the volcano. Like, is it me or right? That's what's going on. The smaller orb seems like it disappears, but I think it really just goes off, you know, it just goes into a distance. But I'm looking at the big orb. Like, you see that? Wow, right? Like, what's going on over here? Do they have a base? Is that just an entranceway to a base that's under the volcano, right? Like, we know volcanoes are filled with energy, like we all know that. Are they just going in to power up? Is that, maybe that's not even like a craft, a glowing craft, right? Maybe that's just a conscious entity, right? That goes into the volcano, right? And powers up. But either way, I think this is a good old-fashioned UFO going inside of a volcano in Mexico. But what do y'all think? I want to know what you think.
Update, this is almost 9 in the morning, and this sun has been going on for the entire night, and I couldn't sleep at all. It felt like the whole house is crumbling, and it's getting worse and worse. So I don't think this is anywhere near normal, and I really need someone to help me out in this situation, because they're telling me that there's nothing they can do about this.
And what sound would you have to make before you leave?
that night is whenever things got wild. It's like we released a energy or gave something air, and it lit this whole mountainside where we were at up into a blue aura, and lightning strikes were coming out of the ground. The next thing you know, over there on the top of the mountains where we were doing that project, there was 3 craft that pulled in, and they was like spheres.
What are those floating spheres?
Bright, shiny looking things. And then 3 more and 3 more pulled up. And what the deal was is, for whatever reason, they come in so hot that they outran their fog. And so once they would park, then they would just blow fog around them and look like clouds. Well, I know that we have reports on that there is a craft up there in Utah, buried about 150 foot deep. And then you get over that spot, the equipment doesn't work, nothing really works. It jacks with your electronics and the whole 9 yards. What's crazy about it is when you get over that, like people get over the top of that, that's had back pains for a long time and everything, they get over that and their pain goes away. So I don't know. This is crazy stuff.
Pause. Fool. Look, after editing this madness, my brain is fried. I use this channel to reset. It's pure red pill with mesmerizing visuals and soothing sounds. Go sub to 3 Eye Sensory right now. Link is in the pinned comment. And don't say I never looked out for you, fool. Now, back to the creepy.
Okay, so what? I mean, how did they? I mean, just look. What? Ah! Sorry, allow me to compose myself. But this has got to be some of the most impressive architecture ever. I've seen some impressive window frames, but this one takes the cake. And you want to tell me it was designed just to look good? Ah, hell no. No, this work of art must have served a purpose. The window frame seems to be based on a somatic pattern. Was it literally manifested through sound vibration? Not to mention the intricacy witnessed beneath. Hammer and chisel, donkey and cart, my ass. Oh, by the way, this so-called medieval church is found in Nuremberg, Germany. Nuremberg's great, by the way, not too big, but full of old world, advanced-looking architecture. Look at these statues that look as if they've been 3D printed. Look at the size of those doors compared to an average-sized person. Now we're inside. 1, because it's raining outside, and 2, to see this window from the other side. And you see that giant organ just behind, very conveniently located, with the sound vibrations being generated, projected through that window frame. And did this whole building serve as some sort of healing center, raising everyone's vibrations in and outside? As always, got the giant-sized ceilings, and that's the coolest chandelier I've ever seen. This church dates all the way back to 1250, being completed over 200 years later in 1477. But was it built faster than that with some sort of lost technology?
Next tonight, the co-creator of the popular video game Call of Duty has died. Vince Zampella died in a single-car accident on Sunday near Los Angeles. Zampella is being remembered as a pioneer in the gaming industry, the force behind several best-selling video games. Call of Duty is one of the most successful game series of all time. More than 500 million games have been sold. Zampella was 55.
Something don't seem right about the creator of Call of Duty losing his life in that car accident. That man has driven that car at the same speed on that same highway in the same place thousands of times. And that just happened there? Y'all gotta remember who Vince Zampella is, who shows through his Call of Duty games how to arm yourself, how to protect yourself, and how to do what these people don't want you to do. And now he's gone. I looked at this video 1,000 times. Now to the eye, you can see what's going on. But the third eye is reading something totally different. Think about this. We just saw a video where it's proof that they said that they can hack into your car and control your car. Let me say that to you again. They said that it is possible to hack into your car and control your car. All cars are ran by computers right now. It is possible. So with knowing that, I need you to go back and watch that video again and tell me what you think. Also, I just made a video about Call of Duty, telling you about the things that were going on in that game, not even 2 weeks ago. And now this man has lost his life in a freak accident. I need you to look at this thing one more time. Look at that. What happened to him was tragic. It might be how the chips fell in life, and then it might be Call of Duty. We'll never know. I'm out.
And we're still living in the 90s.
We have a new secret land we can go adventure to. A portal has just opened up in Ireland that leads to the mythical realm of Tir na Gog. And if you don't know what that is, I'll explain it to you right now. Now, this legendary land has been rumored about for thousands of years, but let me assure you it is 100% real, and the only way to get there is through a portal that goes through the astral realm, because there are 3 different realms in this world: the physical, the spiritual, and the astral realm. And these other places that are so mythical and just crazy and magical all exist in the astral realm, and we can only go there through a portal which only opens up a few times. And if you're wondering how I know all this, it's because I've read ancient books, well, probably not that ancient, just a few hundred years old, about magicians or wizards, written by wizards, literally, who claim that they know how magic works, and they're being dead serious when they wrote those books, and they explain all this, how it all works. So this place, it exists in the astral realm, and portals open up sometimes all around, but you gotta know how to find them, and I haven't figured out how to do that yet, but I'm sure I will with more research. Now, this place is very similar to Agartha and Hyperborea, and has tall Nordic white people who live forever. The place Tir na Gog is all about, it's called like the land of youth, or everlasting youth. That's what it's translated into. So everyone here lives forever, and like, where have we heard that about that before? Agartha and Hyperborea. It's probably very similar places. They might even be the same thing. Perhaps the Irish people just call this Agartha a different word, like Tir na Gog.
Sasquatch is not a monkey in the woods. These are people. This is a culture. They have their own language. Yo, Quan, there's something called samurai chatter. You can pull this up on YouTube. This is what me and my homies heard when we was out there. And in between these talks, we heard, help me. When he pulled up this samurai chatter, we sent the footage to linguistic experts. They said human beings don't have the tools in their body to reproduce this talk. When he pulled up this samurai chatter, it's gonna show you.
Which one's like this?
So now we have a new form of snow called snow rollers formed by nature. This is really weird. I don't know about this. I'm thinking programmable snow.
Major cities around the entire world are now canceling their New Year's Eve celebrations, and it all traces back to something that the FBI just stopped in Los Angeles. So this obviously sounds unreal, but just days before New Year's Eve, the FBI has now arrested 4 people in Southern California who were allegedly planning a coordinated bomb attack set to go off right at midnight. Multiple locations, multiple devices, all timed for New Year's Eve. According to the federal prosecutors, this was not a vague threat. They say that the group had explosive materials, they had testing components, and was actively planning attacks whenever they were stopped. The FBI has actually confirmed this publicly, but most people have no idea that this is even happening. After news of the arrest broke, cities around the world started reacting to it. Paris canceled their massive New Year's Eve celebrations, Tokyo has now shut down their famous countdown events, and Belgrade has also canceled all organized festivities for New Year's Eve too, and this is not because of known threats in these cities, it's because of a heightened global security concern. Officials are not saying that these events are directly connected, but they are saying that the risk of huge crowds right now is way too high. Even Times Square in New York City is still happening, but it's going to be under extreme security. An alleged New Year's Eve attack has now been stopped in the US, and now entire countries are rethinking how they bring in the new year.
They were shocked by the food delivering itself.
Are you being for real right now? Are you... what the... Am I supposed to drive over this? What the...
What the hell, y'all? Watch this and listen. Can y'all hear that? Every time we put the flashlight to it, it hums. All right, bring the flashlight over here so they know it's not just the flashlight. See nothing, now watch. Look how dirty it is. Y'all, why is it doing that? So yes, we know it's dirty. We forgot to change this one. We have several in the house. The other filter doesn't do this when we do it, by the way. Go get the other filter. You hear that though? Okay, hold on. He's gonna go get the other filter and show you. The other filter don't do it. Let's see if it does it or not. It doesn't do it unless it's on. Hold on, let me turn this light on. See if it does it. Okay. Hey, look, the clean filter don't do it. Yo, what the fudge? Y'all hear that? Nothing, right? Now listen. Why is the dirty filter doing that? Anyways, okay. It's staying the heck out here.
I was down in Penn Station exploring, and look at this. This is like a mural that was from the old building they said they built in 1910 here. But you see the date there? Yeah, it's a special date because it has a connection with something. And that's what it looked like, and they put Madison Square Garden there. Oh, God. They destroyed that in 1963. But look at that number. 102, the 8, and then the 63. Just invert the first 3 numbers, invert the last 2. What do you get? Penn Station National Treasures Cruise. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and follow, and help me save it all.
That okay. You have a whole control panel in front of you, so this will be hilarious. Can you take that?
Would this be hilarious to the engineers?
Probably not.
All right.
And shake it up. I mean, like really shake it up. Really shake it up. You feel it getting tight?
Yes.
Feel it filling up a little bit?
Yes.
Okay.
And you know this is a very scary faux pas on radio.
Oh yeah. And then I want you to hold it like this. Oof. Okay. You trust me?
It's tight.
Imagine I could reach inside that bottle and I could pull out that fizz. In fact, you can see it now starting to go. Look at me. And I could just pull it into my hand and I could pull it across the table right here to me and I could hold it in my hand. And if I had that fizz in my hand right now, that would mean, if you trust me after everything we've been through, you could open that Coke and open it like you mean it.
Can I open it away from the board a little bit?
Do what you think you must. God, trust me. Well, you know that energy never goes away. Energy has to go somewhere.
That was capped.
Energy has to go somewhere, big. Watch this. 3, 2, 1. Watch the bottle.
Ladies and gentlemen, Max Major in the neighborhood. It's Max Major right here.
We plug this?
Right, I'm not even doing.
So this is called the Mother's Call statue in Russia.
This is the Motherland Call statue in Russia. Allegedly, it was built between 1963 and 1967 to memorialize or remember the fallen Russian soldiers in the Battle of Stalingrad in World War II. Now, I don't think we actually built this, or they built it in 1963. I think this statue is a remnant of the Tartarian civilization that they don't teach about in the history books. So look at this statue. This right here is an Attack on Titan size statue. Look at this lady. And this is constructed out of concrete. According to the fake information on Wikipedia, the way they built this was they created a metal cast from scratch, the same shape and size of the statue, and they poured concrete into the cast to make this perfect statue back in 1963. And they're saying that this statue is 290 feet tall. Look at the size of this lady.
How is this done?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why this is the first time I've heard about this.
And you know what's interesting about this? You would think if this should be one of the pride and joys of Russia. You would think in 1963 we had cameras, we had pictures, we had video cameras. The statue's already built, but they got this picture of a scaffolding, but it's already built.
Another construction photo, acting like they're building stuff. They're not building jack squat. They're not building nothing.
This is so recent. There is no reason why we shouldn't have any evidence. We got nothing. We got this.
One cigarette and it's over.
He aims the camera up at the sky and catches this phenomenon. Look at the hexagons in the sky. Some kind of grid or screen, or what is that?
What is going on right now? What the f? You don't see the honeycomb?
He aims the camera up at the sky and catches this phenomenon. Look at the hexagons in the sky. Some kind of grid or screen, or what is that?
What is going on right now? What the f? You don't see the honeycomb?
He aims the camera up at the sky and catches this phenomenon. Look at the hexagons in the sky. Some kind of grid or screen, or what is that?
What is going on right now? What the f? You don't see the honeycomb?
He aims the camera up at the sky and catches this phenomenon. Look at the hexagons in the sky. Some kind of grid or screen, or what is that?
What is going on right now? What the f? You don't see the honeycomb?
I accidentally knocked over and broke one of my mom's snowmen and realized it looked like something was inside. My dad decided to break it more so we could see what it was. Why does it look like that? What is it?
What the?
See this? This is Commonwealth Edison. This is our electricity or energy provider. This is their facility, see? Guess what that facility sits on? You guessed it, red brick. Commonwealth Edison, you got some explaining to do. Is energy free, huh?
Just found out something mind-blowing about these old world red brick roads. I'm sure these streets look very familiar to a lot of the millennials and the boomers. There is a much deeper reason why they laid red brick roads. Interesting is these red bricks are actually able to store electricity, just like a battery does. Now these red bricks are primarily made out of clay and iron oxide. It's the iron content that gives them the reddish color. Iron oxide is conductive when under specific conditions, especially combined with moisture, magnetism, which was a huge thing in the old world, and other metals. Now, researchers suggest that these bricks can hold and even generate small amounts of electric charge. If they are laid in massive networks like roads stretching across cities, they can act as a massive conductive grid. They've been silently publishing these things and telling us the truth in plain sight for quite some time now. Now, these roads could literally store and transmit electricity, turning the ground itself into a free power system. The old world had electric and etheric powered vehicles, and the ground underneath them could have been laid to charge them as they move. Literally like a wireless charging pad, but on a massive scale. It's no wonder now why the old world used red bricks in a lot of their constructions, from the roads to huge factories to institutional buildings and so on. And they still stand to this day. But let me know what you think about this theory in the comments down below, and don't forget to like, share, and follow for more hidden truth. Peace and love.
It's funny, guys, until it's not.
What the hell is that? Guys, is that a bunny? What? That is not a bunny. It's like a deer. It's a deer and a dog. What is that?
Hey, fool, I know they not happy with Nicki Minaj right now. I know everybody was looking at her sideways when she was on the stage with Erica Kurt and she did a little event for JD Vance. But did she just expose something? Y'all see her face? It's because of what she said about JD Vance. Fool, she real live called this man an assassin. And then after that, she put her hand over her mouth like she knew she fucked up. Like, damn, I really said that? And then she just completely stopped talking for like a couple minutes. And then Erica Kirk tried to console her. Y'all, look at this video.
You have amazing role models like the assassin, JD Vance, our vice president. And when I say that,
He assassin?
Trust me, there's nothing new under the sun that I have not heard, so you're fine. Yes, we did.
Hey, fool. Y'all, she went even longer without talking. This shit wild, fool. Why did Nicki feel as if she needed to cover her mouth and not say nothing else because she said assassin? Do she know something we don't know?
doing the till this morning. Look at that.
Oh, what?
Right there. No, wait. It gets better. It gets better. That's not it. It gets better. Look up here.
What is that?
Right there. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Remember the bar this morning, Susie? I showed you that demon rabbit from hell. Now wait. Look. Is that a face right there, guys? No. Look. Oh my God! Just move. It literally. Watch it. Get your eyes on it. See? See? I told you.
That's scary.
I know,
It's literally
right?
gone.
I think it's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
The moment she realized it was too late.
Yo, are you seeing this? Yo, holy shit. Dude.
Until he starts to edit it back at the office and sees this. Watch closely. As the face of a young child appears inside the wrecked car. Loudney is stunned.
Not only me, but everybody else in the editing department, including the manager and other people who work there. Everybody saw the face of a child in those images. It came from nowhere. Sometimes you must see it to believe it. But I believe something is there. I know what I saw. My image showed the face of a child.
At least that baby has survival instincts.
How do they create the projection? How does that work? Alien tech, baby. Alien tech. Draco's dropped in this mofo, and they placed 2 pieces of tech. One on each side of the landmass down in the ocean. And it shoots these overlays inside the dome. So they place the stars where they want them. They place everything where they want it. Okay? They're thinking, how does that make sense? You got different countries, different continents. How does that work under this same dome? Easy peasy, baby. Overlays. Overlays stacked on top of each other. See, Russia, America, China, all that shit, all in the same location, but in a different overlay. All right? When you travel to another country, you're going through a portal, not knowing it, and it's just swapping overlays. Okay? You're under the same dome with a different picture. That's it. Crazy ass advanced alien tech. Okay, I know it's hard to wrap your mind around it. Have you ever went to another country? And let's say you go to this coffee house and you just go to a specific spot and it's almost like you have deja vu. You feel like you've been there before, but you can't really explain it. That's because you've been to that same spot in the previous overlay. All right, it's a grid. You've been to that same square of that grid in the previous overlay. That's all it is. You're traveling, but you're not really traveling, okay? It's wild. And when this shit breaks, all the overlays disappear, yo. The dome, it's gonna be gone. Oxygen, it's gonna rush in. But it's okay, don't worry. But the world is way, way bigger than what you realize. Way bigger. Trees, they don't look like that. They're bigger. You're talking about skyscraper-sized trees, bro. Massive, magical looking, okay? Colors, way different. More colors. Crystals. crystalline towers that power the aether through this world. Shit's crazy, man. Shit is crazy. It's wild. Oh, you beautiful ETs. Holy shit.
I need y'all to use y'all third eye. This is in Central Park, my nigga. Yeah.
Happy Christmas!
Right place, right time, right moment to make everyone smile and celebrate the loved one.
Scientists published a paper stating that they now believe that DNA begins as a quantum wave. Okay? As a quantum wave, a quantum field. DNA starts out as a quantum field. You as the soul. Okay? You, me, all of us that contain soul carry with us a map, a multi-dimensional map of who we are, where we've been, where we come from. And that means that even though we're here, I'm going to use this flashlight. I'm going to put this on the wall, see if I can. Okay, I'm going to see if I can make this work here. Okay. This is where we are now. Okay, how we perceive ourselves in the physical form. Okay, with fourth density, fifth density, sixth, seventh. Now, when you realize the fact that you are, in fact, a quantum field, a map, a multidimensional map, a location of consciousness, and that you came from all that is, all of this information and knowledge is still available to you, even though you are here. You can, and many people do this when they travel at night. They do out-of-body, or they use exercise or do work with a shaman. They travel at night to different places, different dimensions. This is what you're tapping into. You are tapping into that which you already know. And you are choosing to remember, okay? You can pull all this information to you here and ground it in Earth, on Earth, to use in your life, to use in your neighborhoods, to use on your continent, to channel it into the planet. We can ground spiritual energy on this planet that is unfathomable to all the other beings that are here. Okay? And changing the frequency of this planet with this higher spiritual frequency will force anything that is here that is not for our highest good to adios. They will have no choice but to go because the frequency will melt them. It's going to be so high. That's what's happening. That's why it is so important when I share with you about going into nature that you ground yourselves. Okay, when you ground yourselves, you can pull this information into you. Whether you're aware of it or not, you are pulling in this multidimensional energy to you because you are a quantum field. Okay, your DNA proves that you're a quantum field. Okay, you are a multidimensional being that goes all the way to the very top, to source. You just have to remember it. You just have to perceive it, and you have to make the decision that you will become all of that you are. That you are not just this. You have, because of the incomplete knowledge that we've been given and all the other programming, we have narrowed our field to this. But in fact, there is no limit to our field. We just perceive it as this. Okay? Well, now that we're thinking faster than the speed of light, and we can perceive it, okay, the fence has come down. The wall has come down once and for all. It is now time for humanity to step back into your own personal power. Okay? And only you can do that. I can't make you do it. I can't even show you how to do it. Okay? I can only do it for me. Once I have come to the realization, holy shit, okay, I'm this. I am this. I can't even reach how big I really am. Why do I think I'm this? Well, I don't anymore. Okay, I don't anymore. You know, I keep working on this because there are so many different ways to say this. And I have it inside, but I can't find words. Okay? When I'm with the A's, let's see, when I'm with the A's, I'm here, I'm in this. And when I come back from being with them in fifth density, okay, my space gets smaller and smaller until I'm this. And it's hard. It is really hard. And for those of you who have these experiences, when you're away from them for a while, it's hard to go from that to this because you feel it and you feel stuck. You do, you feel stuck, okay? And then they come back and you go, oh, thank God, now I'm this again, okay? And I'll just tell you straight away, I want to be this all the time. I really do, because it's chill. It's chill. There's no stress. There's no drama. There's just being. There is just being. You know, you're lit up like a Christmas tree, and you're dialed. You're chill. It's amazing. It's just amazing. But you know, we're all here. We're all here, or many of us are here. Okay, but this is what's happening now. This is what's happening. We're all expanding, whether we want to or not, kicking or screaming. This is what's happening. All right, we are moving into fourth. Many of us are there. We're moving into fourth, but now that the wall of light, of the limitation of the speed of light. See, many of us don't even think this. We don't even know that it's a limitation. Okay, but what happens is it's affecting the brain. The body is an antenna. Our physical DNA is an antenna picking up information, cosmic waves. This information is all available to you. All you have to do is perceive it. Open the window and say, I want to know. I want to know. I want to know what this is. I want to know who I was. I want to know who I am. And as you continue to do that, their wish, your wish is their command. They have to, the universe has to respond in light, and you will begin to expand in the wall. Okay? This next year is going to be, we're going to be pedal to the metal. People are going to be floored. You know, people are going to be floored.
And that's a wrap for tonight, fool. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to hit and smash the like button for me, smash that subscribe button, be part of the family. Remember, stay woke, and I'll catch you next time.